Hi, and welcome to another video by the Home Handyman. Today we're going to talk about a problem that a lot of houses have, especially when you're on like a well water type system or really any place. A sweating toilet tank. How often do you on a hot humid day you'll come into your bathroom only to find that the floor is wet all around the toilet? The water condenses on the outside portion of the tank in the back of the toilet, as well as in the toilet itself on the side of it. That condensation runs down on the floor, makes a mess. I've seen places where they put like a catch pan under it, they put rags around it, but they actually sell a kit that you can buy. A couple of different kits. One they sell is insulation that you put inside the toilet tank itself. You glue it to the inside portion of the tank. It's styrofoam, and it keeps the cold water from getting to the outside of the porcelain. You could do it that way. I don't personally do it that way. The way I normally do it is I take a valve. It's a valve just like this here, and this is a mixing valve. What it basically does, you take this mixing valve and you install it on your down. You can't do it here in the toilet. You'll have to do it down underneath the sink, down in a crawl space or inside a wall, or someplace where this is not going to be visible, because as you can see, it does take up a little bit of room. Basically, what you're going to do, like it shows you right here, you'll go down underneath the bottom of the toilet, the inlet portion where it comes in, and you install this so that the cold water actually comes in the one side here and it comes out the top right here. But on this other leg over here, you'll install a hot water pipe that you'll need to find, whether it's in the crawl space or wherever it is. You'll need to connect the hot water pipe into this part right here. Once you connect that pipe into here, you adjust this screw right there to blend the mixture so that you actually raise the temperature of the water before it goes up into the toilet tank itself. What happens is you can take a thermometer such as this and you put it into the back of the toilet tank, and you put this in there, and it'll actually tell you what the temperature of the water is. Once you install this device into your basement or wherever it is down below the toilet, once you install this device in there, you adjust this portion here to adjust the temperature up as needed, so that the water in the tank, instead of being ice cold water, it's actually a little bit warmer. Even just 5 or 6 degrees, 10 degrees, that's enough to cause the condensation. It'll stop the condensation from developing on the tank. So basically what you're going to need just a tool like this, an adjustable wrench, so that you can get on here and connect onto these pieces here. You'll put the pipe in the top here, and you'll just put it on here and tighten it up, and it actually secures the pipe in place. Now I am going to do this down in the crawl space underneath this house, and I'm going to show you how it goes and how exactly this works. Very simple. When you have a basement or a crawl space below the house, everything is down below, so you're not going to really have a problem. What you are also going to need is you're going to need some fittings such as these to actually cut into the pipes down there, and you'll actually connect in the pipe into here, and it will sweat the joint. I will show you how to sweat a joint also correctly, so you're not going to have a problem. But when you cut into the pipes, you will need to sweat the joints back together. They do sell these things called shark bites. I don't like them. This way, it's done. You'll never have to worry about it leaking ever. Once you seal it this way, it'll outlast the house. Shark bites, I don't know. To me, it's just not the same. All right, so enough BS. Let's get downstairs. Let's get in the crawl space. Oh, you're also going to need a cutter to actually be able to cut through the pipes right through here. They sell them in any one of the home big stores, big box stores, and you cut the pipes and you solder everything back together. So what you'll need is a pipe cutter to cut these pipes downstairs. You'll need to cut a pipe cutter. You'll need some sandpaper. You'll need some flux, a propane torch, and a section of pipe to install it. So, all right, enough talking. Let's get downstairs. Let's get started, and we're going to solve this problem. I already did it on the one bathroom downstairs. I'm now going to do it on the bathroom here, the second bathroom. All right, so let's get downstairs, and I'll show you how it goes. Okay, so I am going to go downstairs. I am going to put that valve in down there. But what I am going to do too is, instead of soldering those pipes down in that area down there, I'm going to get the measurements. I'm going to measure how long the pipe is, and then I'm going to do all of the soldering in the garage over here. So that way when I go back into the crawl space, it's going to be a lot easier for me to make the final connection down there, and it'll go a lot easier. All right, now, so let's get downstairs and let's continue. Okay, so now, after we install this valve here, just keep in mind that this valve does the exact same thing that you do when you actually turn on the water in a sink. When you turn on the water in your sink and you want the water warm, you'll mix the cold and the hot so that you have a warm mixture onto your hands so you don't burn yourself. That valve does the exact same thing. It blends the hot and the cold so that the water going into the tank is not ice cold and therefore causing it to sweat on the outside of the tank itself. All right, so all right, enough talking here. Let's get downstairs and let's get started. Okay, so this is the valve after we installed it down in the crawl space area of the house. And basically what we did is we just cut into this pipe here. We brought in our warm water supply right here. We have this one going up to the toilet itself. We cut it and we spliced into this one here. And now what we do is we connected that back up into the toilet up top. This one goes back over to the supply line that was actually going right into here. And now we just cut this pipe. We soldered these together. I will show you how to solder these when I get outside. I'll show you how I soldered these. But it's a lot easier soldering this all later on. We just installed it, and then we took our wrench. Okay, and then after we installed it, we just took our wrench, we put it on here, we put that little piece on the top right there, we screw it in there, tightened it up. As you can see, no leaks whatsoever, so it's all sealed up really well. Then what I did is I took this insulation and put it around here just to minimize the sweating on the pipes down below here and to keep everything sealed up really well. So we just do it like this, and it makes for a nice clean job. And now, unless you were looking for this, you'd never even know that this was here. That's it. All set. All right, so now we solved that problem, and let's go upstairs and we'll see how it works. The hardest part, like I said, is going to be that adjustment up here. It's going to take two people to adjust it and to get the temperature correct inside that tank. So that's pretty much it to resolve the sweating problem. Okay, so as you can see, it was a little bit tight cutting those pipes and joining everything together, but the end result was that now when we flush this toilet up here, we don't have to worry about that condensation on the outside. We adjusted the temperature up and down as needed, which is a little bit time consuming because you got to flush it, quite a few times and adjust it quite a bit. But that's it, problem solved. All right, so now no more walking into the bathroom and finding that the floor is wet and having to dry it up and then, wind up with a mess on the floor. All right, so anybody has any questions or want to talk to me about this particular job, you can send me an email. I'll talk to anybody about anything. All right, as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.